And
Good morning.
We're alive and alive.
Welcome back to the
Is it the
Reactlord.
morning or is it already afternoon? What time is it?
It's like 10:30.
Dude, I went out last night and I'm tired.
Damn.
Yeah, it feels a lot later than 10:30.
Yeah, this is true. I like struggled to get out of bed this morning in a positive way. But I always feel a little bit guilty.
Sleeping in?
Yeah, just because
Why?
like the morning is my favorite time, and I slept through my favorite time, so now I'm like getting up at my not favorite time.
I thought you were going to hit me with the, I want to be productive.
No,
I was like, dude, it's the weekend.
fuck productivity, dude. Like,
Yeah.
capitalism wants me to be productive for no goddamn reason. No money, no nothing. They just want me to be productive. And
No,
I say
it's for money,
nay.
but the smallest amount.
Yes, for the smallest amount. Not what I'm worth. Not what you're worth.
It sucks, man. And then with inflation too, everybody is just like, it sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks. You know?
I mean, I'll bring it up again. Water is going up. Arrowhead water, which I've been priced out of. You know, I can't get my fucking water anymore. $5.99 for 2.5 gallons. It's already hard enough to like carry that home, but now it's like I have to carry that home and I have to get the not Arrowhead water. I get Kroger purified and ozonated water.
Wow, dude, basic brand boy right over here.
Yeah. I didn't think this time would ever come. I thought I was gonna live the bougie life.
Yo,
But-
I just do the what is it called?
Brita.
It's like the refillable. I don't know.
Brita
I think it is.
filter.
We have a name brand, Brita, broke boy.
I mean, that's cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool.
No,
I
yeah.
used to.
It's
Be
so
a fan
small
of the
though.
Brita.
It is so small.
Yeah.
Like the 2 liters. Is that what you said? 2 liters?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
it's
get,
not that.
I get the 2.5.
It's like 5 cups of water.
Yeah.
That's it. And then you
That's
got
not
like
a
not
lot.
even 5 cups. I feel I'm being very generous with that.
You have to fill it up every day.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I feel like I'm so cozy. Like I am on black and my cow slippies, dude. That's this pod today.
Nice.
We're chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cozy stream.
Yeah, I went out last night and I'm feeling like it's new to me going out again. I don't know. I was out until like I think it was 10:45. That's late. That's late for me,
okay.
guys. You know.
Yeah, I was asleep by then.
Yeah. And I had to come home and like, oh, but this is what we look like last night, dude. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah. It was good. It was
Pulled
good.
it off.
We won the costume contest.
Nice.
That's how we got this pumpkin right here, actually.
Nice. So there was costumes.
Yes, everybody was in a costume,
Okay.
actually. It would have been very funny. Leading up to the party, I kept not wanting to be in a costume because my social anxiety was saying if nobody is in a costume and it's just you're gonna feel silly. So I get there and everybody's in a costume. You got like my buddies dressed up like I believe a pope.
Uh-huh.
I think is what I was gonna be a nun, and I remember I was looking at that nun
Yeah.
costume in spirit. I would have been fire, dude. No, it was a really good time though. Very chill. A lot of English majors from Cal State Long Beach. It was good.
Okay. Right
Yeah,
on.
felt like I was with my peoples again. Yeah, I miss Long Beach, man. I miss Cal State Long Beach. I love Cal State LA, but
Me
it's
too.
just, you know, Long Beach was dope, dude. I met some of the best people there. So
Yeah. Thank
yeah,
you.
shout out
Same
Cal
here,
State Long
same here.
Beach education programs. Hey. Before we jump into some topics I wanted to cover today, dude. How was your weekend, man? You said you were sleeping, taking care of yourself.
Yeah, weekend
Self-care
was
weekends?
I mean, no, not really.
No.
If a self-care weekend would look like doing the things I want to do, but I haven't yet. So, well, I
Laundry?
mean, I'm on the pod. That's good.
That's the thing on the
Yeah,
weekend
that's
that you
the
want
thing
to
on
do,
the
right?
weekend that I look forward to.
Yeah, me too. It's one of the favorite things on the weekend.
Yeah, I still gotta I gotta go do stuff. I gotta do laundry, and like I actually have a big load of laundry this weekend because I have to do some things that I don't wash typically. Like I have a comforter that I put off on doing because I hate carrying it because it's so thick and heavy. And I don't know how I'm gonna fit it into any washer, so I gotta go ask the laundry lady how to do that.
So it's just one?
It's just one thing.
Okay, my rec is to take it to an actual launderer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's where
One
I
of those-
go.
Yeah, and then just pass it off to them.
Yeah.
Be like, I have this duvet.
Please help.
Can you? What do they call that? It's not a lawn. It's a cleaning. What is it called?
Oh,
You
a
know what I'm talking about. The
laundromat.
cleaners. Yeah, you take them to
Yeah.
the cleaners, right?
Dry
Do that.
cleaner.
But yeah, I think you'll be able to do that. I also did over the weekend listen to Taylor Swift. QTCinderella did a listening party and everything.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to hear any of the music?
I haven't, but I'm sure she'll bring it up on the next Fear and
Oh, is she gonna be on Fear and?
next one. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that, dude. But what I will say is the album kind of slaps. It was kind of surprising as I was listening to it.
Yo, Swift kind of looks like Cutie.
Yeah,
Cutie
I'd
did
say
it first, though. Okay.
I think actually she didn't. Taylor Swift's like 33.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure.
Fuck Taylor Swift. I'm all about Cutie.
I'm pretty sure Cutie is like not 33. But yeah, bangers, dude. I mean, I'm not trying to get DMCA'd. And that's all you're going to get.
Nice.
No, it's pretty good though. It kind of reminds me of like Blank Space era, which is dope.
Get it for free on the Reactlord Pod.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
The first
subscribe
2
to our
seconds.
Patreon. No, no fucking Patreon. Always free on YouTube. But yeah, so that's pretty much my weekend, dude. Just going out, hanging with friends, listening to the new Taylor Swift. A lot of fucking homework, but dude, I'm excited to get into some of the stuff I wanted to talk about today. There's been a lot of talk about AI. First, before we jump in, tell me anything you know about AI. Like, what is your first like Norman approach? Like, when you hear the word AI, what do you associate?
I think of what was that Steven Spielberg movie? It was literally called AI.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, but it has that kid, that child actor.
Oh,
I always forget his name, but I always think of that.
I haven't seen it. Is it good? No. Is it scary?
No, it's not scary.
Sounds like
it's
scary.
like weirdly sad. I cried. I remember crying in that movie. It like kind of makes it, I don't know.
Is it existentialist or something?
It's very
like,
existential.
Okay.
Like it makes you think a lot and like be sad because it's like a child AI. Does that make sense?
Whoa, dude.
So you're like very, I don't know. I grew attached, and then like the ending was just whack.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So what is most commonly associated with AI now is like image generators. And it's a pretty big thing. It has been for a while. A lot of cool stuff has come out of it. But New York Times published an article. We had WAPO publishing articles, Bloomberg published articles, and a lot of like tech culture, like The Verge and TechRoll have all published articles about a, coming out party essentially for this generative AI, which is being claimed as Silicon Valley's newest craze. So I thought it would be kind of fun to maybe do an AI generator and then kind of talk about it while it generates. So I guess this one is a free to use AI generator, and we can actually link it in the description as well. If you do like it, you can play around with it too. But we're gonna run a model right now. So Nathan, the first prompt is like a fictional character. So if you can think of a fictional character that you'd like to see made into a Pokemon, who would it be?
A fictional character that I would like to see made into a Pokemon.
So this is like Yoda, right?
Yeah.
This is what's supposed to be Yoda as a Pokemon. We've done Rihanna in the office that I work at. That was pretty cool. Like you can pick anything, you know what I mean? So
okay.
I don't want to limit you just to fictional, but they come out a little bit more, I think there's more data out there maybe for larger fictional characters. But
right.
hey.
I say
Mopin.
What's come out recently?
What's come out?
Yeah.
Like new IP?
Is there anything in the zeitgeist? I'm trying to think of like
Hocus Pocus? I don't know. I don't watch movies.
Dude, me neither.
So
We're the
bad.
freaking worst. Like, how can we call ourselves Reactlords? We react to nothing.
No, we react to internet shit, dude. Honestly,
True,
and like
true.
politics, internet shit, pop culture shit. Like that's my thing, not movies. Like last night actually we're doing the heads app thing.
Yeah.
Way to embarrass myself, dude. I was at one point I literally said, don't bother explaining the plot. Just try to get me to guess the words. Do you think
it could do Putin?
Putin?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll type it in. Let's find out.
Putin Pokemon?
Master PP.
Vladimirion is what I'll call this Pokemon.
Vladimirion, dude. Okay, so leave blank to randomize the seed. I like a good random. Let's just shoot this. So it's gonna run. We're gonna talk about the AI, and then we'll come back and visit and see what a Putin Pokemon, i.e. PPIE Putin Ilarion, looks like.
We should mix Putin with Elon.
So I remember bringing this up a lot when I was an art teacher because we even had a discussion in art class about like what constitutes art in the digital realm, and like I don't know if AI is making some pretty fantastic stuff. In fact, you even have people winning art like competitions using AI now.
Okay,
so
interesting.
Yeah, in Silicon Valley, it says this article, crypto and the metaverse are out. Big claim to make for Silicon Valley, but they're claiming that generative AI is in. So I thought it would be cool just to kind of go through a little bit and see what the New York Times is saying about it. I chose this article because it's more expansive than some of the others that I looked at today, but let's just get into it. That much became clear Monday night at the San Francisco Exploratorium, where Stability AI, the startup behind the popular Stable Diffusion image generating algorithm, gave a party that felt a lot like a return to the pre-pandemic exuberance. So we have a lot of people with a lot of money out in Silicon Valley dumping money into this kind of like startup. So the article continues to go on here. It says, it's been a banner year in particular for generative AI apps that turn next prompts into images, which unlike NFTs or virtual reality metaverses actually have the numbers to justify how they've received, the hype they received. I don't understand how people are going to be making money off of this, because in Silicon Valley, that's what it's all rooted in, right? It's just like, how can we monetize this? How is this free kind of access monetizable, I guess is.
I'll just throw this out there, but what I instantly thought of is because this is loosely related to the art world, in the sense of like they're creating art with these AI generators, is that probably just become another money laundering system. I'm going to create this NFT, or I'm going to create this AI generated art piece. I'm going to have people bid on it, and then it's going to be held in perpetuity at this art holding house, and that will generate money that we can
see
funnel
that actually
into.
Like New York. I think of like traditional art all the time like that too. You know what I mean? Totally,
I felt
totally.
Like even NFTs were gonna kind of go down that route until they like kind of imploded on themselves.
Yeah, they've totally fizzled. I don't think there's any NFT that holds the same weight as it did a year ago.
Oh, you don't want a Bored Ape? No, not about that life anymore.
I mean, I'll control, like, click right and save that shit. But that's about, I don't know. I never really got into NFTs or any of that. But back to the article, yeah. So there's so many of these AI generators, and a lot of people are just having some fun. So we had the DALL-E 2, millions of users created that. It was a web-based app, I believe. And then we had Midjourney, which was a popular AI image generator that was on Discord. So it was embedded like bots are, Fossilbot into Twitch, that kind of thing. Just a cool application, really, of like, I don't know, of AI. Because when I think of AI, notoriously, I think it was scary, like sentient robots coming, iRobot. This is much more fun application for it, I'll say. Let's check in on our Putin real quick. What is that, dude?
That's a fossil type.
What is that, dude? Okay, let's type in Trump. Let's do it to him.
All right.
And let's pick a random seed this time ourselves. Can I just put in some numbers here?
Donald.
How about we just
821?
Oh, 821. Let's go. All right.
Cursed image.
Yeah, cursed image. All right, let's run this and then we'll come back to it. All right. Here's some terminology, Nathan. This might be actually kind of helpful for you.
Public defender.
Clearview's AI facial recognition software that has largely restricted to law enforcement. Now the company plans to offer access to the defense lawyers. That sucks.
Yeah.
I hate that AI is being used this way for creating art, right? So this is more fun application of it. Artwork made with artificial intelligence won a prize at a Colorado State Fair competition. That's actually what I was talking about. Generative AI apps like Stable Diffusion that use art intelligence to create images. Some say that it's the key to unlock creativity. But critics abound, which is that kind of hearkening back to, are you able to win competitions using AI?
Yeah.
Like, is that a thing? And then are these people real? We created our own artificial intelligence technology system to understand how easy it is for a computer to generate fake faces.
I don't like this. It like instantly made me think of the Korean War, and Donald Rumsfeld has this like speech. He was talking about the Korean War and comparing South Korea and its boom in industry because the country was very lit up from space. You could see lights and stuff. And then in comparison to North Korea, it's dark. So he was saying like there's an economic boom in South Korea and they're doing so well, and North Korea is just trash and they're like treating their people wrong, and like you could tell because there's no lights there, there's no industry. But it was created by like an AI type program where the satellite was going over that country several times, compiling images and then throwing them all together to generate that image of light. So it's super misleading, and then especially misleading when they were talking about it in that sense of comparing it to economic success. Right. Because it is not a qualifying factor for economic success, is light from the space, which isn't even real light because you can't see it with your naked eye. Okay. You can't see that with your naked eye. That's a generated image. Okay. To suit the will of whatever politician is talking about it. But I kind of get that same sense that this could also be used and abused within our political system. It's not even in the remember, this is the AI for art, though. I mean, you're right. It's dark. It has dark seeds in it. Well, I was even thinking like the facial recognition for public defenders, like that. That could be misused for sure. Yeah, but even in the online space, when we're talking about like making Trump shit, right? It could be offensive to Trump, maybe, whatever. I don't give a shit. But there is actually like examples like this, right, where Reddit forums have had to shut down after being inundated with non-consensual nude images that were generated based off these AI. So then you have people doing these like famous people, or even maybe an image that you have of your friend, right? Like it could go awry really fast, and then that could damage your prospects later on in life too. And that seems to be what's happening on the Reddit forum recently. So this included, judging by a quick scan of Twitter, a truly astonishing amount of anime pornography. Okay. So, you know, it's creative, but I can see how it can go bad really fast, even if it's in your personal life, political life, all of it, right? Let's check in with our Trump. That's more like it. What is this? What is this? It's like he got Snorlaxified. He did get Snorlaxified. So this is on a small scale, a very, again, light scale of the AI that is going on right now in Silicon Valley. A lot of money's being dumped in to develop this further. Okay, I'm going to use Body Slam now. But on Monday night, Mr. Musk got a hero's welcome from a crowd. He's one of the main funders and AI researchers, social media and executives, and tech Twitter personalities. And he took some veiled shots at tech giants like Google and OpenAI, which have recently received funding from Microsoft. So we have big names coming into this kind of generative world of AI. Bill Gates money. And I think that's maybe is it's going to lead to what you're saying. More mainstream use of these kind of AI models, unfortunately. Let's end here with this. Unlike some AI critics who worry that technology could cost artists and other creative workers their jobs, Mr. M believes that putting generative AI into the hands of billions of people will lead to an explosion of new opportunities. You know, that's an opinion to have. Yeah. Good opportunities or bad opportunities, it's not explicitly stated, but I don't see, you know, I see the good and the bad of this for sure. I thought it was a really interesting perspective that you brought to it. I don't really think about it on that macro scale. Like, I'm such on the internet. I'm just like, oh, this is a fun Reddit forum. I'm going to make Pokemon. It's going to be fun until it's not. That's my opinion. It's going to be fun until it's not. Dude, you're totally fucking right, dude. I was just like, oh, Trump Pokemon. Yeah. See, that's like the normie brain, though, right? That's the normie brain rot. Yeah, but it's because you don't have like ill will. You know, you're not going in with like I definitely want to make fun of Trump, though. That was pretty funny. That's not ill will. I'm also glad it kind of opted into the Snorlax for him. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Dude. I would love more opportunities to do the Trump voice. Yeah. He's content king. I'll give it to him. He's content king. Yeah, I mean, even in like the small world of internet culture, though, I can see it going bad, especially some of these larger AI programs that do a really good job at sort of like creating these false images of very real people, like that face generator that creates very real faces that you would believe is an actual person, but it's just not. You know what I mean? They look very real. But yeah, so that's interesting. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. We will. Never thought about it. Unfortunately, we will be the ones that see it like come to fruition.
Yeah. And as we kind of progress through this, I want to touch base with the stories that we've been covering for the last 2 podcasts, actually. The Twitch drama. It's a little bit different, and New York Times has picked it up and has interviewed several streamers at TwitchCon. And then they obviously have come out with this article titled "Twitch's Relationship with its Streamers Shows Its Cracks." So this, I think, is kind of backing up what we've been saying about Twitch in its unfair treatment of its, content creators, and how YouTube seems to be doing a little bit better and addressing those issues, at least with pay discrepancies. So anything about that before we jump in? Just like where it is right now and before we jump into the New York Times article?
Only that we stan YouTube and thank you. We believe in you. You're the best.
Dude, honestly, I don't even stream on Twitch anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't streamed on Twitch in a month.
I mean,
for my personal
they give
account.
You, $100 for your time? Isn't that
they gave me $100, yeah.
Yeah, it's like nothing.
It is not, it's really hard to be a small content creator. Like, I love the few people who came in and chatted, but I also love streaming for my work job. We're building a community much faster over there. And it is really exciting. But yeah, so the service recently said that it was going to take a bigger cut of the money that it shared with the streamers. I think it was up to 50/70 at one point. At an annual gathering in San Diego, which we covered in a recent pod, so if you want to check that out. They vented about the decision. They being the streamers, so they interviewed a bunch of streamers, including one of our favorites, Hasan. So for years, Twitch has wrestled with whether or not they can balance being a place where video game players could happily make good money, from live streaming to fans, with becoming a profitable company. So how can we let the content creators make money while we make money, right? That was the goal of Twitch. And they always really did a good job at, helping their streamers out. It was always a community platform. But rebellion was in the air this month at TwitchCon, a gathering over 30,000 people in San Diego where fans meet their favorite streamers in person. Streamers, while holding their usual meet and greets and uniting with their friends, said that they were angry about a recent decision Twitch made to take a greater cut of revenue from some streamers that make fans from subscribing to their channels, a change that they believe is emblematic of Twitch's shifting priorities. So a lot of people are saying this isn't going to be the last of the changes to monetize and increase those profit margins.
Yeah. I mean, that's capitalism.
The article continues on to say that streamers there said that there are signs that Twitch is losing touch with its community, a complaint that has been leveled at other streaming and video services over the years as they have matured. An effort by Twitch to persuade streamers to run more advertisements on their channel dismayed the creators, who said more ads would repel their viewers. And Hasan is one of those. He, I think, had the smallest ad density, which is slated to change soon.
Honestly, if Hasan ran more ads, I probably wouldn't watch Twitch. And the reason being is because I only watch Hasan because I can count and expect there to be only 60 seconds of ads every hour.
Yeah.
And that I feel is fair because he preps me. Like, before he even runs it, he says he's going to run it. So that like gives me like a minute to process, like, okay, I'm going to fucking see an ad right now. Whereas like streamers across the board usually never say anything. The ad just runs, and that bugs me, and I'll instantly click out. I'm sorry, like I apologize. I'll tune in, but the minute that ad runs without me getting a warning, like I'm out.
Dude,
I'm done.
Get this. Have you ever watched the VOD?
Yes, I have.
Where are the ads? There is not as many ads on VODs. Why?
It's like when you jump in.
Why not put your revenue, sorry, not your revenue. Why not put your inventory there where you can pause?
True.
Why not load up every VOD with a shit ton of ads? Like, why not?
Then I would never watch a VOD.
Fine.
I would never watch a VOD.
Fine. At least the inventory is filled.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. Like, at least I watch VODs all the time, but I also subscribe. I don't really see the ads ever, but.
Here's the question for you that I have is if, like, I want to, okay, it's a 2-part question.
Okay.
So I want to know what does, or actually, let me start over.
Yeah.
So what does success look like for Twitch in this sense? And
what does this sense mean?
Yeah. Oh, this sense, like in changing their policy, like having the new revenue split and whatnot. And if they get that success, will YouTube go the same way and see like no one, everyone's complaining, but no one cares.
Price leadership.
Yeah.
What if this is price leadership at play? I mean, it could be, but YouTube, I think, makes enough money on a astronomically larger scale.
That's very anti-capitalist because I don't think that they're ever going to ask that question. Do we make enough money? They're going to say, how can we make more money?
Well, Samantha Frott, who's a Twitch spokesperson, did say that they tripled the amount of roles that they hired facing towards the streamers themselves. So that would be the managers that talk to the content creators and try to arrange things, right? And this happened in the last 2 years, said the article. And I think that is one way that they could be successful, is actually utilize the people that they hired. Because remember, we were talking about this when we were thinking about off-brand and how like the production companies are making content, G4 closing and all that. Salaries have to be paid. And if you're hiring a lot of people, then you have a lot of people to pay and you are obligated to pay those people. And that's why a lot of businesses go under. They hire these people with an intent. They don't let them, that intention, that motivation actually play through. These people are supposed to be talking to content creators, getting feedback, relaying that feedback to those in charge. Those in charge need to listen to those that they hired. They're hiring these people and paying them, but not giving them the autonomy, the respect, and like the voice that they are supposed to have. Yeah. You know what I mean?
When I saw the news about G4 closing, it really solidified my opinion on being that live streaming is not translatable to TV studio. You just can't. You can't bring the quality. I shouldn't say that. You can still get the same maybe quality, but and when I say quality, I think of like image quality, like 1080p or more, like 4K. But maybe not studio quality. I just don't think you can have the same like studio output or the same production prices that you see in like TV production, movie production. It just doesn't translate into the live streaming space because the live streaming space doesn't make type of money.
Yeah, so that's a question, right? And like we talk about like, when we talk about the Marxist economy setup, right? And like how that's a fundamental shift from what we have now and like owning the means of production. And in this instance, right, the content creators are essentially workers in some capacity here. Like they don't really get a say. They can negotiate. They're not part of a labor union. I guess is where I'm going with this. They're not protected. But when we talk legacy media, those guys are part of a rather large union. With a rather large voice that can hold demands. We've seen, what was it, the Yahtzee strikes, right? They were very well organized labor force. They were mistreated severely, right? And they organized about it. And I think maybe Twitch streamers could also do that in a way that they are talent. Maybe it's not necessarily acting in the traditional sense, but maybe there could be like a workers union for streamers and then a workers union. Like I'm thinking again about off-brand, and how they're going to have to hire people too. Will they hire within a union? Will they hire out? Are these people going to have ownership in the company? Those are the things that I think about when creating content, because we do it on such a small scale. We like own all of the means of production. Like this is on my computer, like we're doing this on our cameras and our YouTube channel. And if it ever got big, that's a 50-50. That's me and you know what I mean? There's not a whole like, thing of salaries that we have to pay.
Surprise, it's actually 70-30 now.
But yeah, so here's a quote from one of our favorites. Hasan Piker, quote, "It's wild that Amazon is trying to force Twitch to squeeze more revenue out of top content creators." Hasan Piker, one of the site's biggest names, said in an interview at his booth on the convention floor in San Diego.
Which wasn't in his contract to be there.
Was not in his contract, and he let that be known as well. Mr. Piker, known as Hasanabi on Twitch, was giving out faux newspaper front pages with a provocative headline: Twitch steals 30% of revenue from content creators.
That's awesome. I didn't know he did that. It
was
amazing.
Awesome, dude. So the subscription revenue change will affect streamers with so-called premium deals. With the platform that will let them keep 70% of their subscription revenue, with 30% going to Twitch. Starting next June, those streamer subscription earnings will split 50-50 with Twitch after their first $100,000. The company said several hundred streamers currently earn enough money to be affected by the change.
Interesting. So June of 2023 is what they're saying, or what did they mean by next June?
By next June, wait, where do you see that at? Starting next June, those streamer subscription earnings will be split 50-50. So yeah, they have another like 2 quarters. They have this quarter and then next quarter.
Okay.
And then probably, it says June, but I would be not surprised if it happens late April, May.
Okay.
And I think another thing that they're doing is offsetting that with the ad incentives, right? I wonder if they'll bring that up here. There we go. Twitch also made several changes to appeal to streamers in recent months, trying to appease them and give them more money, right, dude?
Surprised it didn't work.
Yeah, including giving them a greater cut of ad revenue, which essentially is, again, going back to the inventory they have to fill. There's a lot of hours being streamed on Twitch with no ads. And if you're not an affiliate, you don't, have ads because you don't have enough viewers, which I think is interesting. I don't know. Like, I get, like, as you grow, those ads are more impactful. They reach a bigger audience, but I still think it should give you more of a autonomy over your policy of ads,
It feels like it's going to create, like, a no man's zone where, like, you're going to be too small to make any revenue, but you're going to be too small to get past an area where you can start making revenue, which means that you're probably going to have to, like, boost your viewership elsewhere. You're going to have to do the Ludwig where you like make YouTube videos, blow up on TikTok and translate those viewers over to Twitch. Like, I just don't think Twitch is it's not a starting space. You have to already be someone and get on Twitch.
Dude, that's so true. Anyone that is somebody that goes to Twitch does seem to be successful, or somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah. Or if they're starting, they're just too small. They're always going to be small.
YouTube though, is discoverability is shot, man. You have to be like a growth hacker to get in that algorithm, dude. Like, it's so hard to break through. I mean, just look at our channel. It's kind of wild. Like one video will have like 17 views and the next will have like 150. Weird. I just don't understand YouTube as much as I think I understand Twitch. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think I understand the culture and community better at Twitch than on YouTube because it's so massive and expansive at YouTube. You know what I mean? It almost, like, I keep saying that it feels legacy. Like, I don't, like, YouTube's not going anywhere, No,
I completely agree. It's just like, it is the monopoly on video sharing, I think.
Yeah. Like, and I think it will be on live streaming too. I really do. I think they have the capabilities, and I'm just gonna die on this hill. I'm gonna die on this hill.
I wonder if this is a move from Twitch to try and like incentivize YouTube to buy them out.
Oh, dude, that's always wanted, though. I mean, Bezos is probably not liking Twitch. He never talks about it.
Yeah. I mean, they lose money.
That's what he says, man. So, like, maybe that would be an interesting idea, though. But how would it be integrated? Like, how would you see that happening? Just like buying the IP and then integrating it into YouTube.com? Or is this like a third party? I
think it's even the easiest option would probably just shut it down.
Just close the competition, baby.
Yeah.
That's all. Just take the chat. Just take the chat, for God.
Or maybe
love of God,
they
YouTube,
would take
the freaking
like
chat, dude.
Just the intellectual property. So like things about chat that work, or things about the interface that work. They'll just rip those ideas, insert them into YouTube, and then shut Twitch down. Yeah,
YouTube. There's so much potential there. Everyone loves Twitch, though. Like, anyone that's on Twitch before this year, I've only ever met anyone that had positive things to say about the community.
I mean, yeah, when we first started, I only had positive things to say.
Yeah.
But, the illusion, the veneer of what was kind of like dissolved over time.
I mean, even at TwitchCon, dude, like, they had Meg the Stallion. Like, if you're hurting for cash, chill the fuck out, okay? Like, why? Why do you gotta do that,
True.
What's the time check right now? What are we at? Can you see that little number down there?
34 minutes.
Okay, we got some time here.
Yeah. I think we can hit all our topics.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nice. I really wanted to talk about this New York Times article that I stumbled upon today.
Yeah, you mentioned it on our walk up.
Let's
it's
say
so
gay.
Odd. Tell me more.
Yo.
I love opinion pieces.
Yes, it is a opinion piece by a Gen Xer named Pamela Paul. PP, another PP.
You had me at Gen X.
Oh man, this is her right here. She's an opinion columnist. So again, we're going to not read the entirety of the article, but we're going to go through it real quick, okay, in little bits and pieces. Last month, the new president of the advocacy group Human Rights Campaign, Kelly Robinson, posted a 6.5-minute video to introduce herself and frame the mission of her organization, which was founded 40 years ago by the gay activist Steve Endine.
Did they say what the organization is?
To help fund political campaigns for pro-gay rights. The Human Rights Campaign. It's the HRC. It's the Human Right, the equal sign. You see it everywhere. That's the Human Rights Campaign.
That's what it's called. Human Rights Campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a category.
No, it's like the blue. You ever seen a blue sticker with the equal sign on it and stuff?
Yeah.
For the 2008 propositions for gay marriage and whatnot.
Okay.
That was the Human Rights Campaign.
On like bumper cars and stuff.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to read it in California. That's what they did in California.
Okay.
Like that's why you might know them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. In the video, Robinson talked about voting rights, and she said she talked about transgendered kids in school. She talked about abortion access and workers' rights, and she said a lot of things, including getting to, quote, a world where we are free and liberated without exception, without anyone left behind. Not once, however, did she say the word gay, lesbian, or bisexual.
Scandalous.
Okay, let's stop there real quick. What an interesting thing to like notice.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Isn't that weird?
I mean,
It's
if
just
you're
like,
in that world all the time, like in the sense of like media and publication where like words and language are very important, and you're like hyper tuned to it in what could be a toxic. I mean, anything in
it's like that NPR article when they didn't put the quotes around like trans like witchcraft or something. Like that's not a real thing. Yeah, you put quotes around it because it's not a real thing.
Exactly, to show that like you're referring to it
exactly.
Quotes are interesting too because it could be like joking, it could be like self-referential almost.
It's usually referential in anything, right? Like it's like this is a quote from someone else, and it's like you usually do it to denote tone, right? So if you're using LGBTQ in quotes here, for example, I it almost feels a little aggressive. Like, what do you mean? Like
it's like
I don't.
Belittle.
Yeah, so the author of this...
They're not real.
Yeah, the author of this article says this: the word gay is increasingly being substituted by queer, or more broadly LGBTQ, which are about gender as much as, perhaps more so, than sexual orientation. Not my words. Yeah, not my words. These are coming from the article, okay? The word queer is climbing in frequency and can be used interchangeably with gay, which itself, not so long ago, was replaced by dour and faintly judging homosexual. I still call myself a homosexual. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'll call myself gay too. I just don't identify with lesbian anymore. So, I mean, it's such a personal choice of like how you identify. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Such a weird article. It's such a weird article for like New York Times to like gaslight like this.
That's the beauty of an opinion piece is that like their opinion could be fucking wrong.
Yeah, dude. And here's the crux. Look at that. It's quite often a generational issue where younger people, millennials like us,
how ironic,
are more fine with it, while Gen Xers, like the author of this article, are somewhat okay with it. Some of you might find yourselves in each category. Who oversees LGBT reporting at NPR, Jason says in the article. He goes on to say, quote, older people or boomers may find it problematic. It's just like, dude, what language are you policing here, bro? Is it your fifis? You don't want to hear queer? I think
so, dude.
Queer is offensive to old people, guys, so be careful out there.
Dude, I love opinion pieces to clown on, but I kind of hate like when I think about it, like people are reading this and like taking it at face value.
They definitely are. So for the author, this raised a question for them, and a language obsessive and someone interested in the ways word choices reflect and drive the culture. She poses this question: why change the word for same-sex orientation? And Echo Sedaris, I don't know. Who decides these things anyway? I think it's more of like a philosopher or something that like, who gets to choose culture. We all know it's Kanye, duh.
hey, we're not going there. His name is Ye. Put some respect on it.
Yeah, I'm not touching that shit with a 10-foot pole, brother. Listen, I don't know. I wanted to talk about that today. Yeah. But we didn't. I didn't put it on my fucking agenda just because I was like,
we just did right now.
Yeah, that's, hey. And we're going to move away from that. So I think it's funny, though, this question, why change the word for same-sex orientation? Who's to say that gay was inclusive anyway of same-sex orientation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not an older millennial, but I've always used gay. I've always used it, even when I was identifying as a lesbian interchangeably. I didn't give a shit. I honestly don't give a shit either way.
Yeah, these are just words.
And then this is my favorite argument. Let's start with the basics of a dictionary sense differences between the words, dude. Got a dictionary Andy over here. Come on, man. So they go on to say that the definition for queer is stranger odd. That's another reason why maybe we shouldn't be using it. Again, this is from the article. Another definition refers to not only gay people, but also to a person whose sexual orientation or gender identity falls outside the heterosexual mainstream or gender binary. This could mean transgender, gender neutral, non-binary, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I mean, I think gay is all-encompassing. Queer is all-encompassing. I think it could be an umbrella term if you want it to be an umbrella term. And I think it's hilarious that Gen Xers are upset about it.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing to have an opinion on, especially like, who the fuck is Pamela Paul to have an opinion on this?
I want to know if she's gay, or she doesn't say that outright in the article. So
yeah,
I'm wondering if she's coming from a
right?
place of personal experience here too.
You know, I think it is important to qualify that if you're going to have an opinion on it and spread it on the New York freaking Times.
Yeah, get platformed to this many people.
Yeah.
She goes on to say that many gay people simply prefer the word gay. Where's your statistics with this? Gay has long been generally a positive term. Bullshit. The second definition of gay in most dictionaries is something along the lines of happy, lighthearted, carefree. What is she, born in the 1800s? What is she talking about? When was that ever a thing? Even in Gen X.
Gen XL.
Dude, that's not even true though. Gen X is like not old people, right? Well, I mean, they're like old, but they're not like...
They're in their 40s and 50s right now.
Are they really 50?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Maybe they were saying gay for like lighthearted and happy.
Because Gen Xers are like from late 70s to early 80s.
Yes. I know this because in, 1964, my mom was born, and she's the last year for boomers. She's the youngest boomer.
Okay.
So that's like my barometer for things. And I do recall her saying gay in context, like during the holidays. Like,
I mean, it's still used as a pejorative now. Like, I have students at the middle school who still use it. And I know it's not necessarily like coming from them. It could be like their parents. Yeah, it could be the media, Kanye. It could be what they're consuming. They're just getting it normalized early. Yeah. And it's not good. It's not good. It's kind of messing up their worldview, I think. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, dude, I agree. I don't know, times on the blacktop when I was working at that middle school, I was like, you really mean gay's bad, eh? And it's like, tell your gay teacher that. Go ahead, man. I mean, sure. Just think about what you're saying a little bit harder, brother. So how did it happen, right? When did this shift or whatever happen in language? The lady that is writing this article goes on to say, partly it's the force of academic and institutional language, which has permeated the influential worlds of the arts, Hollywood. Whoa. ¿Qué pasó? Hollywood publishing and fashion. Another part is generational. Gen Zers, 21% identify as LGBT. So super gay. Love that for you guys. Often,
which isn't, that's not new. It's just that we're more accepting as a society, and they're able to actually like identify that within themselves instead of being
let the queer
pushed
flag
down.
hang, baby.
Yep.
But they often, Gen Z uses media to frame the conversation, as the linguist Gretchen explained in her book, because the internet word shifts takes hold much faster these days. So language is I always explained it like biology as an English teacher. It's constantly evolving. Yeah. Like your biological makeup is constantly evolving, and so is culture. So is language. And it changes so fast. Let's see how we can wrap this up here. It ends with language is always changing. Okay, so we can agree on one thing. She agrees with that. She says language is always changing, but it shouldn't become inflexible, especially when the new terminologies in the name of inclusion sometimes wind up making others feel excluded. Dude.
Okay.
Okay, well, in the case of queer, the author says that it's especially worrisome. And not only because it supersedes widely accepted and understood terms, but also because gay rights movement successes have historically hinged on efforts at inclusion. Gay people, lesbians, and bisexuals fought for a long time to be open and clear about who they are. That's why they call it pride. Mm-hmm. So she's a TERF, right? I don't know who this person is.
I don't know. They kind of danced on the line here.
Okay, let's see some other articles she written, though. Who it is? Pamela wrote, wait, who did you say is middle-aged?
Oh, that sounds like she got hurt. Who hurt you?
90 years ago. She's stuck in the past, brother.
Yep.
Every article she wrote is from like a boomer's perspective, dude. 90 years ago, this book tried to warn us.
I mean, that was their parents.
This is crazy. Do not bring your whole self to work. Oh, I agree with you, girl.
Is that her opinion, though?
Oh my God, you're right. Holy shit. Let's do a deep dive on Paula real quick.
Okay,
for those lucky enough to have worked from home over the past 2 years, wait, what? Okay, we're finally RTO and IRL. Okay,
what's
bitch.
RTO?
I don't even know what that means. She's just using stuff that like her nephew said to use or something.
That's so true, though. It's probably so much more true than we know.
Yeah. I was like, I'm like reading through. I want to know her take. The site is that needs to talk about candy. What the hell is this article? No one in the workplace will miss them. Oh my God. So she's saying like, leave all your cozy shit at home?
But
yeah, perhaps you've heard of the whole self's cousin. The authentic self also urged to head into the office. According to the Better Up, which bills itself as a first whole person platform, that means acknowledge your personality, including the quirky bits. Don't bring that to the office, dude.
That's interesting.
That is so weird.
It is. It's like, do you really have a choice? Like, people are going to sniff that shit out. You're not as fucking smart. You're not a good actor. You are not an actor. If you're slinging coffee, if you're working as a counselor at a school, like, you're not an actor.
I'm like reading that. Look at this. The problem for many people is it's more comfortable dragging the whole kit and caboodle into the workplace than it is showing every day, up every day on a relentless basis, nor is it necessarily productive. Not all people want their romantic life, their politics, their values, or their identity.
When are you bringing that up?
For some people, a private life is actually best when it's private.
It sounds like Pamela can't stop talking.
Yeah. Don't let Republicans off the hook on same-sex marriage, because remember, she's a liberal. She got her heart.
What's the difference between that and a conservative?
She's got her heart in the right place, I think. Like, she's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think, you know.
Yeah, but your heart's where your actions are, isn't it?
Yeah, but would you rather have like a chud doing war crimes or a gay?
The chud, because at least I can hate them.
Come on. Anyway. How to argue well.
Libs make me confused, and I don't like being confused.
Gen X is kind of sort of not really the boss. Okay, Pamela, I love you, girl. This is awesome. Speaking of LGBTQ not foes, we'll call her an ally.
Yeah.
We'll call her an ally.
The queen of the clapback.
Yeah, the queen of the clapback, dude. Some homophobes were harassing AOC at a recent
Westboro. I fucking love
forum.
the Westboro Baptists. Yeah. Oh, it's just their style. That's not actually.
I was
them.
like, wait a second. Is it really them? They came all the way to New York? These homophobes were yelling Westboro Baptist style anti-LGBT slogans. What do you think I'm gonna do? Take them seriously? Says AOC in a tweet. Clap back. She continues and says, if you want to associate with their views, that's your business. But New York 14 District will always have a champion for LGBTQ plus on my watch, period. was that Slay Mama? All right, dude, I can't. Anyway, this was the scene inside of the town hall. AOC is dancing in the face of protesters, yelling. God damn, I love this woman. Let's watch.
Yo, the beat's actually kind of good though. It's kind of hard not to. You gotta move some shoulder.
She's so cute, dude.
They're working so hard.
Very classy. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hey.
What else are you supposed to do?
Let's just go with that one. What's that? I want this clip and shit.
Very classy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very classy. Thank you, sir. But yeah, so that was going viral just yesterday, and people were giving her a lot of slack for it. People were saying that it was inappropriate for her to react this way to her constituents. Obviously,
those are not her constituents. Trust me, they traveled.
They definitely have traveled, to do this. I don't know much. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really been to New York.
Homophobes will go out of their way to hate you.
Yeah, they'll definitely. You know what? If you got hate in your heart, these motherfuckers like travel and tell you all about it. And that wasn't the only instance of bitches be traveling to share some hate. Oh man, this is a woman that Chuds of TikTok, and if you don't follow Chuds of TikTok, the rival to Libs of TikTok, they're out there doing God's work too. They posted this from a Trump rally in Texas, and this lovely lady is probably Trump's biggest fan. So let's give it a watch. I'd love to have your reaction on it, man.
Open the people's eyes to the corruption in this government. He did more than any president in the history of this country.
Amen.
By the way, she raises mules.
I raised mules.
I love the hat. Trump
This
kicks.
is my 30th rally. Drove 17 hours. 17 hours, got here Wednesday. I'm from East Tennessee, near the Smokies.
These motherfuckers like are following Coldplay around. This is nuts, man. Is Trump gonna come back? You think he's gonna be our president? You think he's running against Kanye? What's going on with these elections, man? Midterms? What's going on?
It's
What's
interesting. I don't want to make a prediction yet on whether or not he'll win.
Why is he even doing the rallies? Isn't it 2024, not 2023?
Oh, this is money. Every rally, he's making money. It might be chump change, but it's money. He's a little like. He'll eat the scraps. He's a scavenger.
I was gonna say, I hear you. He's just scraping by for sure. He's just trying to make any monies.
Yeah. I do think he'll run for sure.
Yeah.
I do think he'll run. We'll see a lot
Biden
more
did
of
announce
him.
that he's gonna be running. Yeah, he
He
did say that.
can't fucking run.
Officially
dude.
has come out and said that he's gonna be running again.
He'll fucking waddle to the podium.
A waddle?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I've seen him run. He might ride his bicycle there. That'd be a good show again.
Actually, the bicycle. He'll ride his bike there, sure. I'll give him that.
Oh, what?
I think Kanye will run for sure. I think we'll see I don't think it will go as far as being a split ticket, but I think it'll be interesting. It'll either be all Kanye or it'll be all Trump. Yeah. And I think I'm kind of leaning towards Trump just because, like, one, he's already been the president, and two, he's already like doing the rallies and stuff.
But
like,
did you see the most recent Andrew Callahan when he went to the
Sacramento?
No, sorry, it wasn't Andrew Callahan even. I get a lot of these like man on the street interviewers confused. No. It was some individual that went to the racist town in America.
Danny O'Sullivan?
No. YouTuber.
A YouTuber.
Has a really cute name. He's got a very cute name. Gosh, I'd want to give him a shout out. You know what I mean?
Tell
Like, I
me more.
don't.
Who do you interview?
Yeah. So essentially, he went to the most recent town in America. Gideon's done. A lot of people have done this. Nico did it. A lot of people have done this. He goes there, and this was just 2 weeks ago. A week ago, he was there talking to the rural people who live out there, and they said that Trump's a traitor. They said that he didn't pardon he should have pardoned for the January 6th, et cetera, and they had some pretty harsh words about him, and that made me think: is Trump losing it? You know what I mean? Is he gonna be as the big dick guy that he was the first time around? I don't think they're gonna be looking at him in that same vibrato as they once did, because he's dropped the ball so many times.
Well, I mean, just because
he didn't even go to the riot. He wasn't even at January 6th. He didn't even walk.
In a dark sense, though, I don't think it really matters what his constituents think. I think the Republican Party has situated itself and created a structure within our political system where they don't need to really rely on the votes of people. It's just the votes of certain people. You know what I mean?
They gerrymandered it so well. You're probably right. They don't need them. They don't need those votes.
Running these rallies, it's subterfuge.
PR,
it's not. Yeah, it's PR. It's not really there to generate like, I need your vote. It's more like, I want your money, and I'll figure out the votes later.
On that note, dude, let's end with a cool announcement. QTCinderella is putting together some really fun stuff for some streamers for some spooky time. So let's go ahead and watch this announcement video. Shout out Cutie, always doing the best stuff. Here we go.
At the close of October,
Oh, that's
on
loud.
a silent night, on the brisk fall winds travel screams of fright. A life has been taken, a killer's on the prowl.
Yay!
8 suspects in a mystery.
Wait, is this
of
Clue?
murder
Yes, it is.
most foul.
Oh, dude, I'm into it. Let's go. Let's fucking go. The older I get, the more I'm into this camp shit.
October 26th.
That's sick.
QTCinderella will not be liable for any controversy, drama, or apocalyptic calamity that precedes, follows, or is inadvertently caused by this event, as likely as it may be. You may, however, blame Hasan.
Yes, I love this meta.
It's Hasan's fault. Okay.
It is.
No, that's gonna be so good, dude. Speaking of Hasan and Will looking good, oh my god, dude.
Yeah. What is this,
Oh
Demon Slayer? And
my
I
God.
don't know what the other one is. What's Will and F's costume?
Hot.
Okay. He does look very muscular.
He looks amazing. They
Yeah.
look amazing. I hate them. They're so
I
hot.
love the cut of your jib, bud. your jawline. I'm perfect.
Oh man. But hey, man, I think that's gonna be it for the podcast today. What are you thinking, Nate? Any last minute tidbits or things you want to talk about? Squeeze in here last minute.
I hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you next week. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween! Oh, we're doing a Halloween episode next
Yeah, we're
week.
gonna do a Halloween episode.
It's gonna be decked out.
But take care of yourself.
Yeah.
We're moving into winter. All those with seasonal depression, like, do something to take care of yourself. Treat yourself. Don't forget about your mental health.
That's so sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We see you guys out there.
Yeah.
14.
If you haven't followed,
Let's go.
disregard everything I just said.
Fuck
Just kidding. I'm
yourself.
just kidding. Peace and love. Peace and love. I'm your Reactlord Nathan. Pushing in.